Hey guys, welcome back to Waiting on God. My name is Karina. I have a really quick word for us today. It was in the middle of the night and I started getting really hot and I started sweating and started removing layers off myself because I had a few layers on me in bed. And so I started removing some layers and I was tossing and turning, trying to, kind of cool down and find a comfortable spot, but nothing was working. So all of a sudden I thought, what if it's the Holy Spirit? And sure enough, I went to check the time, because if it's the Holy Spirit, it's around 3 a.m. and it was about to be 3 a.m. So I figured, okay, it's the Holy Spirit. And so as I was walking back to my room, the thought came, when the Holy Spirit turns up the heat, it's go time. And I was just like, okay, like, I hear you, God. So I started praying, right? I started praying for me to be, because I was praying for myself, for me to be an empty vessel, for me to be a willing vessel. And then the words came out, for me to be a reliable vessel. And then I knew, like, whoa, okay, God, like, you have something here. So I continued getting into prayer and started writing, and I started praying for us to be reliable vessels. And he reminded me of the part in Gethsemane when Jesus asked the 3 disciples to stay up in prayer, being watchful and praying while he goes to pray. And so I started praying that we not fall asleep physically when you need us awake, like he needed Peter and the other 2 disciples awake, and that we not fall asleep spiritually, period. If we are to be part of the remnant army that he's raising up, we must be reliable vessels. Just period, point blank. We must be reliable vessels, which involves sacrifice. Sorry, you guys, I'm looking at my notes. It involves sacrifice. It involves us setting our fears aside. It involves setting comfort aside. It involves setting our anxieties aside. It involves setting ourselves aside for the sake of the gospel. So every hindrance, everything that's me, that's hindering us from doing whatever it is that God's wanting us to do, we need to set that aside. We might have to say no to some sleep. Hello. We might have to say no to family functions, to, meeting with some friends. We might have to say no to that. We might have to say no to our favorite TV show. When the Lord presses on you to do something, when he turns up the heat, it's go time. When he turns up the heat, it's go time. There's no hesitation. There's no nothing. We need to set ourselves aside and go. We just need to do whatever it is, whether it's to intercede for someone, intercede for something, speak to someone, give someone something, whatever it is, it's go time. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I pray that we be reliable vessels for the Lord, that we not just be willing vessels, but reliable vessels that he can count on to get the job done, because that's what he needs. He needs people to get the job done. And so I pray for that, for all of us. I pray that we be reliable vessels. And so whatever it is that stops us from doing the will of God, that stops us from doing whatever he's pressing us to do, whatever fear it may be, whatever pride it may be, that we remove it, and that he's able to do what he needs to do through us. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.